Today we're going to be doing some more work on the 91 XJ of mine. I want to show you how I did my bar pin eliminator upgrade. It's pretty easy. I took a couple parts from my actual Jeep and then a couple $5 parts from another Jeep at a junkyard, and you can do the same thing. All I needed was that part, and then I used factory hardware. So basically, if you don't know what bar pins are, any Cherokee you get is going to have a bar pin, which is that little T-post right there, which is basically just where you can mount your shocks from the factory. And then the bolts go through those holes and mount up. And you got, this is a front shock. Obviously the back will have another eyelet right there, but so these are the stock shocks that came off my Jeep before I put the lift on it. And so the rough country lift that I got had the shocks came with bar pins as well. So what I did was I put this little triangular bracket on there instead. Now what these came off of was, on your Cherokee, this is the, let's get this out of light, this is the rear sway bar. Basically it's upside down. It'll kind of mount on your Jeep like that. This will mount up into the unibody, and these little will be facing down. That little triangle piece will be right here on both sides, which then they bolt to that two outer bolts on your U-bolt bracket. They just bolt to that and then bolt to this, and there's just 3 holes. And so what I did was I took this off, took the bracket off of mine and the one at the junkyard, and I just took it off. And for the rear, it was pretty easy. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. I'm gonna get under here. Excuse the camera shake. So what I did was just took that triangular bracket, and basically all I did was take it off, mount it up there using the stock shock bolts. And some of these will have like an oblong, like an adjustable slot that's pretty slim. Mine had a pretty big hole, so I had to put these washers on there. And then I used the same stock bolt that went through that bushing that I just showed you, and it bolted up fine. And so I did one for that side and one for that side right there. So it was pretty easy. All I had to do was kind of force that bolt through and get a couple washers, and it bolted right in. And basically this, what it does is your top of your shock right here will be sitting up in this notch, and so it gives you basically another inch or so of shock travel, and it's a lot more solid, that's not good, basically a lot stiffer. You're not going to worry about bending or tweaking those brackets or tweaking anything while you're off-roading. This will hold up a lot more than those little bar pins. So for the front, I had to do something a little bit different. I had to actually it wasn't that much different. I just had to cut it, really. What I had to do was, you can't really see it, but I took a little cardboard template, and it's curved back there, so I cut a piece of cardboard and made a little template and marked some holes on there. Then I used one bolt, stuck it through the bracket and the cardboard, and then marked where I needed to drill a hole in this bracket right here. So, and then I drilled a hole, big enough to fit the 5/16 bolts, and they pretty much fit fine. I just had to cut off the front of it a little bit so it would fit in here, because it stuck out back there too far. And so all I really needed to do, the only tools I needed was I used the Sawzall, because my cutoff wheel's not working right now. I gotta send it in, but use the Sawzall and a Unibit, and the rest of it, I just, like the back, I just use the stock hardware. And then that's the stock up there. So the only bolts, the only sizes you're really gonna need is a 18 to take off this bolt and the back side, and these are, I used 13 millimeters for these, and that was pretty much it. And so it's not super hard. It's just quick and easy, and as you can see, it looks a lot sturdier than just having these pieces of junk. Just had to cut that off, and I put it in a bench vise. I sprayed a little lube in there and clamped it on one side and just kind of worked it off, and it pulled right out. So pretty simple, nothing too complex. Like I said, you can get these at go to your junkyard, and pretty much any XJ will have it. Just look in the rear and you'll see the little triangular bracket sitting on top of the spring. Well, let's see if I can get up in here. They'll basically be sitting right here. This one and that one, and it'll have that little bracket come up and loop around. Get my head back out of here. Ugh. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Seems to work pretty good. I can't tell a super difference yet. Probably when I take it this weekend and go actually test it out, I'll let you know. I'll give you an update of how I like it. But if you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to comment. I'll be slowly posting more videos. Next video I'm probably gonna do is do the solid axles, well, not the solid axle, the solid axle shaft swap. So you'll probably see a video of that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed.